Good morning students, welcome to online teaching session of Academic World School Vimitra. So in this particular video lecture, I will be discussing operation on real numbers. Operation on real numbers. So in this particular video, we will be discussing about properties of irrational number first. Then we will be representing number like root over 4.3 on the number line system. It means representing, we are going to represent root x. X can be any positive number. Okay, x can be any positive number. So then we will be representing like root 4.3, root 5, root over 5.9. We are going to represent this number on the number line, because yesterday in the lecture number 3 we have learned that we can represent any real number on the number line. So we will be representing this. Then will be operation. We are going to add or subtract rational number, irrational number. We will be multiplying rational number with rational number with irrational number, and rationalization of denominator. Okay, so let's start. So first is properties of irrational number. So if we are having two irrational number, if we are going to add, it is not necessary that the outcome will be irrational. Like say 2 plus root 3, what type of number is this? This is rational or irrational? This is irrational number, because this is what? 2 plus root 3. This is 2 is a rational number, and if we are going to add 3 in this, so it will become irrational number. How it will become irrational number? Because this is 2 plus 3. 3, what is the value of root 3? 1.7, 2, 1, 5, and keep on going. So if I am going to add this, this will be 3.7, 3, 2, 1, 5, 9, 2, 4, 5, and keep on going. So this will be irrational number, because this is non-repeating, non-terminating decimal extension. So this is irrational number. This is irrational number. Okay, and then if we are going to add an irrational number, let's say that irrational number is 4 minus root 3. This is also an irrational number. If we are going to add these two, so this is 2 plus root 3 and plus 4 minus root 3. Irrational number, we are adding them together. So this will be plus root 3 minus root 3 will become 0. Then this is 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Oh, so it means we have done addition of two irrational number, and outcome that we are getting is 6. That is rational. So we understood that sum of two irrational number can be rational also. This is what? This is 2 plus root 3. This is rational number, and this is irrational number. Okay, this is irrational number. This is rational and this is irrational. I will be writing capital I and R. So this is rational plus irrational. Rational plus irrational, I will be getting irrational. But when we are adding two irrational number, I will be getting rational. Likewise, if we are going to subtract two irrational number, the result is not necessarily irrational. It can be rational also. So let's say this is a 6 plus root 3 irrational number, and say 4 plus root 3. And now we are going to subtract this number. So this is 6 plus root 3 and then minus 4 plus root 3. So this will be 6 plus root 3, then minus, we are going to open the bracket, so minus with the sign will change, so this will be minus 4 minus root 3. So now plus root 3 minus root 3 will be cancelled out. Now 6 minus 4 is equal to 2, and which is rational. So we have done the subtraction of two irrational number, and the result we are getting is rational. So it is not necessary that if we are going to add two irrational number, outcome will be irrational or rational. Okay, outcome can be rational also. So let's say this is root 2 and plus root 3. This is irrational and this is also irrational, and their result is irrational. So if we are going to add irrational number with irrational number, we can have rational as well as irrational result. Likewise, if we are going to subtract two irrational number, I can have rational or irrational result. Okay. Next is, if we are going to multiply or divide the multiplication of two irrational number. Listen, multiplication of two irrational number. So we are going to multiply two irrational number. Let's say one number is root 3 and another number is root 3. Now we are going to multiply this. So root 3 into root 3. So whenever we are multiplying root 3 into root 3, so this will be root over 3 into 3. Okay, and we know that if inside this is square root, okay, this is square root, so this answer is 3. This is 3. So we are having root 3 irrational number, root 3 irrational number. This is irrational number, but the result we are getting as rational. Okay, so now if we are multiplying 2 root 3 into 3 root 3. So now this root will multiply with this root, so this 2 into 3 is equal to 6, and root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 6 into 3 is equal to 18. So now what exactly root 3 is? If I am writing root 3, it means I am writing here 2, and it means square root of, and this can be written as 3 to the power half. So if I am writing root 3 into root 3, listen carefully, if I am writing root 3 into root 3, it means I am writing 3 to the power half into 3 to the power half. So this will be 3. If we are having same base, then we are going to add these powers. So this half plus half is equal to 1. Half plus half is equal to 1. So 3 to the power. So whenever we are writing 3, root 3 into root 3 is equal to 3. Root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2. Okay. So please listen this carefully. Root 3 square is equal to 3. Root 2 into root 2 means root 2 square is equal to 2. Okay. Now, so this was multiplication. Now if we are going to divide two irrational number, like say I am writing 6 root 3, and then there is another irrational number, say that is 2 root 3. So this is irrational number, and this is also irrational number. But once we are going to divide this, root 3 will be cancelled out. So this is 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. Outcome is rational. Outcome is rational. So what I am trying to say is, if we are going to find the sum or difference, it is not necessarily that we are going to get rational or irrational. Okay? So this should be very clear. So now sum of two irrational numbers, sum of irrational number and irrational number. Sum of irrational number and irrational number is rational, that is clear, or irrational. Rational or irrational. Sum of two irrational number can be rational or irrational. Difference of two irrational number can be rational or irrational. Okay. So now we are going to locate. We are going to locate root over like 4.3 or any number like 5.9 on the number line system. Before we are going to represent this number on the number line, what I just want to say, or I want a proof that how we are going to represent the root x on the number line system. So let's say I have to locate root x on the number line system. Then how we are going to do this? First of all, we have to draw a line segment of length x. Draw a line segment of length x. First is draw a line segment of length x unit. Okay, so let's say this is A and say this is B. Okay, so draw AB is equal to x unit. This x can be any number. It can be 4, it can be 5.3, it can be 4.3, it can be any number. So we are going to draw a line segment of length x unit, and this AB is equal to x unit. Okay, this AB is equal to x unit. This AB is equal to x unit. Now, second, extend this line 1 centimeter, 1 unit length. So I can write now BC is equal to 1 unit. Extend BC is equal to 1 unit. Okay, we are going to extend BC is equal to 1 unit. So BC is equal to 1 unit. So let's say this is 1 unit from here to here. This is 1 unit. This is 1 unit. Okay. Now BC is equal to 1 unit. Now what we have to do is, third number, midpoint of AC. Take O as midpoint of AC. So we are going to draw midpoint of AC. So midpoint of AC. Okay. Similarly, take the compass and then draw the midpoint. So in this way, this will be the midpoint of AC. Let's say this is point O. So you have to draw it carefully because of the chalk on this board. I am not feeling comfortable to draw this. Okay. we have to draw a midpoint of AC, that is point O. That is point O. So now O is midpoint of AC. So from here to here, this is x unit, and from here to here, this is 1 unit. So total length A to C is equal to x plus 1 unit. Now take O as a center and OA as a radius, and draw a semicircle. Take O as a center using compass, with the help of compass. Take O as the center and OA as a radius, and draw. Take O as center and OA as radius. Draw a semicircle. So let's say this is a semicircle. With the help of compass, you need to draw. Okay. So this is a semicircle. So now after this, what you have to do is draw BD. This is semicircle up to point C. This is semicircle of this point. Okay. So this is a semicircle. Take O as a center and OA as a radius. Draw a semicircle. Now draw BD perpendicular on AC. BD perpendicular on AC. So we are going to draw BD. This is BD. So this point is D. BD perpendicular on AC. BD is perpendicular on this line AC. So here it is 90 degree. We have drawn BD perpendicular on AC. Okay. Now we are going to join OD. So we are going to join OD. So this is OD. Now important is to understand this all. Now listen, student, listen now. Here, from here to here, this is x unit, and here to here, BC is 1 unit. So it means AC is equal to. It means this is AC, and this will be x plus 1. So this will be x plus 1 unit. Okay, this will be x plus 1 unit. Now this OC and OD radii of same circle is equal only. So therefore OC is equal to OD. OC is equal to OD. Radii of same circle. Same circle. Okay. Both this is radius. So radius will be equal only. Now, so OC is equal to, since this is AC is the diameter, so this is radius. So now this OC will be equal to x plus 1. From here to here, this is x plus 1. So x plus 1 divided by 2. This is OC. Okay, this is OC. Now I have to find this OB. Now we are going to find OB. So OB is equal to, this OB is equal to OC. This is OC minus BC. So OB is equal to OC minus BC. So what is OC? OC is equal to x plus 1 by 2. OB is equal to, OC is equal to x plus 1 divided by 2, and then minus, what is BC? BC is equal to 1 unit. So therefore it will be x plus 1 minus 2 upon 2. So therefore OB is equal to x minus 1 upon 2. OB is equal to x minus 1 upon 2 unit. So this length we have got, that is x minus 1 upon 2 unit. Now dear student, OD is radius, so OD is equal to OC is equal to OD, and that is x plus 1 by 2. So this length is x plus 1 by 2. This length is x plus 1 by 2. So now this is the right angle triangle. OBD is a right angle triangle. This triangle is a right angle triangle. So if this is a right angle triangle, it will follow Pythagoras theorem. So now we are going to apply Pythagoras theorem in this triangle OBD. Now we are going to apply Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is triangle OBD. So in triangle OBD, now I am going to rub this side. Okay, you please write down this all. Okay, I'll be rubbing this all. So very important to understand this concept. Now in triangle OBD, OD is square. OD is hypotenuse. OD, this is right angle. Side of OD to right angle is hypotenuse. So this is OD square is equal to sum of the square of the two sides, OB square plus BD square. So OD, that is x plus 1 by 2 square is equal to OB, that we know. OB we know, that is x minus 1 by 2. That is x minus 1 by 2 whole square plus BD square. Okay, so now we have to solve this. So we are going to apply this formula. This is a plus b whole square. So a square means x square, a square plus 2ab, 2 into a into b, plus b square means 1 square, upon, if you are going to square in this, we have to square this also, upon this is 4. Okay, then this side this is x square, a square minus 2 into a into b plus b square means 1 square upon 4 plus bd square. So now we have to find the value of bd. So we are going to transfer this whole item this side. So this will be x square plus 2x plus 1 upon 4, and then minus, we are going to subtract this. So this is x square minus 2x plus 1 upon 4 is equal to BD square. Now we are going to open this bracket. So once we are going to open this bracket, the sign will be interchanged. Okay, so this will be x square plus 2x plus 1, and if we are going to open this bracket, this will be minus x square, and this will be plus 2x, and this is minus 1, and the whole upon 4, because on the both side denominator is 4 only. Now x square plus and minus x square is going to terminate each other. Minus 1 plus 1 is going to terminate each other. So now this is 2x plus 2x is equal to 4x. Upon 4, that is equal to BD square. So this is equal to BD square. So now 4 and 4 will cancel out. Now this 4 and 4 will cancel out. So it means BD square is equal to, it means we are writing here now. So this means BD square is equal to x. So therefore BD is equal to square root of x. And this is what we have to represent. So this BD is equal to root x. If this BD is equal to root x, I am going to take this B as the center and BD as a radius, and I am going to draw an arc. So take this B as the center and this BD as the radius, and draw an arc. So this is the point. Let's say this point is P. So it means now BD is equal to BP, and this point P represents root x. So BD is equal to BP. So we are going to write now, take B as the center and BD as the radius, and draw an arc. So now this BP represents root x. Okay. So now BD is equal to BP is equal to root over x unit. So in this way we have to represent. Actually we have done the proof. In the steps is very easy. Simply we are going to follow 2-3 steps, and you will be getting the diagram, or you will be getting the answer. Okay. So now one example I am going to take. Now I am going to take one very simple example. That is where I am going to represent 4.3, 4.5, 4.6, any number on the number line system. On the number line, we are going to represent any number on the number line. So let's take an example. For example, I am taking root over 3.5, root over any number we can take. So now I am writing a question that locate root over 4.5 on number line. Very important question for class 9th student. This is very important question for class 9th student. So how to represent this? So first is, I am going to write the steps. Along with me, please write the steps. Along with me write the steps. So now draw AB is equal to 4.5 units. Draw AB is equal to 4.5 units. So this is x only. So in the first step, what we have written, draw AB is equal to x. So now we are going to draw AB is equal to 4.5. So let's say I am going to draw first number line. Okay. So let's say this is my number line. Now I am going to draw AB is equal to 4.5. So student, you are having scale with you, you are having all the things with you. So you please take out your scale, compass and all geometry box and draw with me. So take AB is equal to 4.5 units. So let's say this is AB. Let's say this is AB, and this is 4.5 units. Okay, now second, extend BC such that it is equal to 1 centimeter. Now extend BC is equal to 1 unit. Now extend BC, let's say this is BC and this is equal to 1 unit. This is equal to 1 unit. We are going to stand this. Okay. So now what we have to do is draw midpoint midpoint of AC. Let O be midpoint of AC. Now let's say we are going to draw midpoint of AC. You know how to draw midpoint of a line segment. Please, with the help of compass, okay, please with the help of compass we are going to find the midpoint of AC, okay, midpoint of AC. So let's say this is the midpoint of, and that is point O. With the help of compass we are going to find the midpoint of AC, that is O. Now take O as a center, take O as center, take O as center, take O as center, and OA as radius, and draw semicircle. So we are going to draw semicircle. Okay, so this will be a semicircle. So this is a semicircle. Now the second step, draw BD is equal to, BD perpendicular on AC. Now draw BD perpendicular on AC such that point D is lying on the semicircle. Okay, so BD perpendicular, I am going to draw BD. This is BD. BD perpendicular. BD is perpendicular on AC. So now we are going to join this OD. Even if you are not going to join, that is not important. Now what we have to do is, this length is, the length which we have drawn, this BD is now root over 4.5. Now this BD is root over 4.5. So what we have to do is, we have to draw an arc taking B as center and BD as the radius on this line. Okay, now draw an arc. Take B as center and BD as radius. Draw an arc extending on the line segment AC. Draw an arc on line segment AC, extending line segment AC. So we are going to draw an arc, okay, taking B as center and BD as the radius. We are going to draw an arc. So this is, if this is root over 4.5 unit. So if this is root over 4.5, so this is also, let's say this point is P. So therefore BD is equal to BP, and this is what, root over 4.5 unit. So from this point to this point, this length is representing root over 4.5. Okay, this is what, root over 4.5. So in this way we have to represent this type of numbers on the real number line. Okay, on the real number line. So next is, now we are going to add two numbers, two rational number, irrational number, and result, how we are going to get the result. So now listen. Let's say I am writing 5 plus 4 root 3 a number, and we have to add 5 root 3 plus 9. Okay, so in this type of question what we have to do is we are going to draw root 3. This is 4 root 3 and this is 5 root 3. So actually if I am writing 4x plus 5x, then it is 9x. So likewise root 3 will be added with root 3 term only. So this is 5 plus 9. This simple number will be adding together, and then plus 4 root 3 plus 5 root 3. 4 root 3 plus 5 root 3. So this is 5 plus 9 is equal to 14, and if we are going to add this, so this will be 9 root 3. Beta, this will be 4 plus 5, 9. So this will be 9 root 3. So how this is coming 9 root 3? Please come this side and we are going to learn here. So this is 4 root 3 plus 5 root 3. So root 3 common in both. So we are taking this outside. So this will be, so root 3 is taken common outside. We have taken root 3 common outside from this both term. So what left? This is 4 plus 5. So that is why 4 plus 5 is 9 root 3. So in this way we are going to add these numbers. So if we have to multiply, then what we have to do? Let's say this is root over 2 plus root over 3, and then root over 2 minus root over 3. So dear students, we know one formula, that a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. What if we don't know? Not a problem. We are not going to memorize all this formula. We can get by solving it. Also. So how we are going to solve this? So listen, first we are going to multiply this term by this, then we are going to multiply this term to this. So let's say we are going to solve if we don't know the formula. So this root 2 will be multiplied to this root 2. Okay, root 2 into root 2. Now this root 2 will multiply this. So this will be minus sign. This is root 2 into root 3. So this is root 2 into root 3. Okay. So now this will multiply. So this is plus. So plus root 3 into root 2. Now beta, this is plus and this is minus. So this will be plus and minus. If you are going to multiply, there will be minus. And this is root 3 into root 3. So now this is, I have told you, beta, root 2 into root 2, that is equal to 2. Okay. Now this is root 2, this is root 3. It means they are multiplying and it will become root 6. Numbers are different, but they are inside the root. So if you are going to solve this, they will come together. So this will be root over 6. Now plus this is root 6 and this is minus root 3 into root 3 is 3. So minus root 6 plus root 6 will be cancelled out, and this is 2 minus 3 is equal to 1. 2 minus 3 is equal to 1. So in this what we have learned is, if we don't know the formula, then even we can solve, but we should know this property. So listen student, Please listen here. If I am writing a into root over a into b, this will become root a to root b. Please listen this carefully. It means if a and b are together, if a and b are together in one house, if they are going to separate, they will take their all houses together. Okay. So next is what? Root over a upon b. We can write this as root a and root b. Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to do more questions, and we can learn by doing practice. Okay, we can learn by doing practice. So one more important thing is, that is rationalization of denominator. Please listen. Rationalization of denominator. Rationalization of denominator. Rationalization of denominator. Say, student, if I am writing 1 upon root over 3 minus root over 2, and I have to rationalize this. I don't want this type of number root in the denominator. I don't want that. So what I have to do is, I have to rationalize this. What is the rationalization? So this is root over 3 minus root over 2. So we are going to multiply by changing the sign, by changing this sign. So this will become root over 3, then this is plus root over 2, and then if I am going to multiply, then I have to divide also. It means I am going to multiply to the numerator and the denominator. So this is root 3 plus root 2. So this is what? Rationalization of the denominator. This is what the rationalization of the denominator. So this 1 into any number is equal to that number itself. So this is going to be root 3 plus root 2, and this is a minus b, and into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. Right now we have learned this. Okay. So this is a square, means this is root 3 square. This is root 3 square, and then minus this is root 2 square. So this will be root 3 plus root 2 upon root 3 square is 3 and root 2 square is 2. So this is root over 3 plus root over 2 upon 1. So the answer is root over 3 plus root over 2. So in this way we have to do the rationalization. Okay. If I am writing 1 upon say 2 root 3 minus root 2, then what we are going to do? Then student, please listen this carefully. Then I have to multiply by the same number, just changing the sign. If there is minus 2, I have to make it plus, and I have to multiply in the numerator and the denominator. So it will become 2 root 3, then plus root 2, and then upon 2 root 3, then plus root 2. So in this way we have to rationalize. The question was rationalize 1 upon 2 root 3 minus root 2. The question was 1 upon 2 root 3 minus root 2, and we have to rationalize this. So if we are going to rationalize this, the denominator side, the funda is we don't want the root type of number, irrational number in the denominator. So for cancelling it, to remove it, to get rid we are rationalizing. So after rationalizing, I will be getting 2 root 3 plus root 2 upon, this is same number a minus b, a plus b, so this will be a square, that means 2 root 3 square a square minus b square, that means root 2 square. So now this is 2 root 3 and plus root 2 upon 2 root 3 square. Beta listen, this is very important. 2 root 3 whole square. If this is whole square, if there is bracket, if I am going to open this bracket, this will 2 square and root 3 square. So this will become 4 and root 3 square is 3. So 4 into 3, 12. So this value is 12. Now minus sign. Root 2 square is 2. So answer is 2 root 3 plus root 2 upon 10. So this is 2 root 3 plus root 2 upon 10. And the result we got, denominator side there is 10. We just have to get rid of this type of denominator. We don't want root sign, radical sign in the denominator side, and for this reason we are rationalizing the denominator. So I am going to upload the assignment related to this lecture number 3, and please students, all of you are requested to solve your assignment which is being uploaded. This is the part of assessment. Please do it, all of you. This is very important. Okay? So I hope you will be solving this. Thank you.